Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Karen's Sizzle and Spice. We're doing a fun recipe today. I'm making cookies and I haven't made cookies for a while. These are orange chocolate chip cookies. I've never made them for Ed. He is a cookie freak. Yes, Ed?
Yes.
So he's gonna love these. You're all gonna love these. Let me show you what we need to get started here. We're gonna need 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I've left this out for a couple hours so it can soften a bit. Same thing with the butter. We're gonna use 1 stick of butter. We're using a little bit of vanilla. We're gonna use flour and some sugar. And of course, we're gonna grate this whole orange for the zest. We're gonna use 1 egg, a little bit of salt, and plenty of chocolate chips. Let's get going. So friends, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna zest this huge orange. I wanna get lots of beautiful orange flavor into my cookies. I'm using my microplane. You can use any kind of grater, but you see you want a very fine grate. Whenever you're using zest from an orange or a lemon or a lime, make sure that you don't go too far into the skin. You just want the outer orange part. If you go too far in here, it's pretty bitter. Friends, that beautiful large orange created about 2 teaspoons, maybe even 3 teaspoons of the orange zest, which is gonna give these cookies wonderful flavor. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm taking 1 cup of flour and I'm going to sift it through my strainer here. Now that I have sifted the flour, I'm gonna measure out 1 cup here. And that's what I started with, so I don't imagine it's much difference. Maybe a little bit of difference after you sift it. And why do you sift it? It aerates the flour and it takes out any little lumps that might be in there. Just makes for a smooth, beautiful batter. And there we go. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a medium-sized bowl and I'm gonna throw in that sifted flour. I'm gonna put in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. It's amazing what salt does to sweet recipes. It just brings out the flavors. Salt is an amazing ingredient. I don't know where we'd be without it. I think that most things would taste really, really blah without it. But I'm gonna take a whisk now and I'm just gonna whisk that salt nice and evenly into my flour. So I'm getting excited about this recipe. Can you smell that orange, Eddie?
Yeah.
It smells divine. Into my stand mixer bowl, and you don't have to use a stand mixer, you can just use a hand mixer as well. Don't feel bad if you don't have a stand mixer. I didn't have one for years, but I do love it now. It's wonderful for desserts. Into my bowl, I'm gonna put my 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. I'm gonna put in 1 stick of softened butter. I'm putting in 1 egg. And notice I always crack open my eggs in a small bowl before I put them into a recipe to make sure it's a good egg. I'm putting in a 1/2 cup of regular sugar. I'm gonna put in my orange zest. Whew, that smells so good. You put that in here. And I'm gonna put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Love vanilla too. Okay, that's the 1/2. Here we go with the 1 teaspoon. It smells so good. Now I'm gonna put this on my stand mixer and we're gonna give this a good mix. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys were in my kitchen. It smells heavenly in here. I'm just gonna push everything down on the side, give it another mix. Yum, yum. I can't wait to eat these. Now that this has had a good mix, I'm gonna add my flour, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of flour at a time. Look at how beautiful that batter looks. It's nice and thick. It's so fragrant. I'm gonna add about 6 ounces of chocolate chips to this. But knowing me, I usually add a little bit more of this kind of thing when I'm making a recipe. So probably 6 to 8 ounces of chocolate chips we'll put in here. And we're just gonna give it a gentle stir, and this will be ready for putting on in the oven. Here we go. So I'm taking my large baking sheet and I'm gonna just put a little spray Pam on here so nothing sticks. And I'm gonna use my scooper here. I love this thing. It comes in a set of 3. It comes in handy for so many things, meatballs and ice cream and cookies and many other things. I'm using the medium, actually I'm using the small size scooper today because these cookies are gonna spread out quite a bit. And I'm just gonna take them and start putting them out on my baking sheet. About 1 inch apart from each other. The nice thing about the scooper is it makes all the cookies just about the same size. So friends, I found that the batter was sticking to my scooper quite a bit. So you know what I did? I dried it out. I put some Pam spray on here and it's coming out much nicer now. Look at that, much easier. Friends, these cookies are ready for the oven. My recipe says it would make 3 dozen. We actually have 37 here, so we're +1. My oven is preheated to 350. These are going in the oven for 12 minutes, and I'll show you what they look like then.
So let me try one of these because they look delicious. Oh yeah, right up my alley.
Cool.
Now I love sweets. Karen loves salty. What about you guys? What do you like, sweet or salty?
So I have to say, you know, when I tasted those, it reminded me of a Fannie Mae orange cream. Love those. Delicious. Make sure you guys come back often to see what we're up to. We're putting new videos on all the time. We're constantly creating food memories. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.